Here we go. Hey guys, welcome to the Soy Sauce Assassin. Welcome to our Saturday Smokers Panel Live. And today we are supposed to smoke something light. So I was looking around, I wasn't sure what I'm gonna smoke. And what I got is the Camacho Unleashed 2022, which looks kind of light. And My Father Special, which kind of look like. I don't have the blend in front of me, but I can look it up, right? So it's not a big deal. I can look it up. So we do the Camacho Factory Unleashed, Camacho Factory Unleashed 2. And that is Ecuadorian Connecticut Shade. Ecuadorian Connecticut Shade. Okay. Binders, Nicaraguan fillers, Honduras, and Dominican Republic. And then we'd have the My Father Special. My Father Special. My Father Special. Okay. My Father S Special. And this cigar is what do you know? Ecuadorian Habano Rosado, Binder Nicaraguan, filler Nicaraguan. All right. So if I smoke through these two and find something that we can like or resolve or problem, we should be able to move to the next. I guess the next. All right. So next week we're supposed to have the smokes together Saturday for the ITS. And if you haven't got your ITS by now, you need to get it now. Because apparently when you receive it, they're wet. Okay? They're just too wet to smoke. So you want to receive it and literally leave it on your table or whatever, dry box and dry it out. Because you need to be at 65% humidity, if not lower. Okay? This is what the problem we find out is that a lot of people put it in the 70s. That cigar is oily. It's nice. It doesn't like water. Okay? So keep it lower. Keep it somewhere not crazy, lower. Okay? So right now, it's the time for you to get that, oh shoot, ITS cigar and enjoy it by putting it into the box. Hey, our president. Hey, our president, I text you back today. You didn't respond to me. I didn't know if you need me or anything like that. By the time I saw it was kind of afternoon. I went out today, and I didn't look at my phone until afternoon. So I hope everything's okay. If you're still looking for me, text me back. Okay, so let's start with the Camacho Factory Unleashed 2. Unleashed 2. This is a while back cigar. Like, I haven't smoked it for so long. I don't even remember how it tastes like. So, cutter, lighter. Let's light it up. And also, if you have a light cigar with you today, let me know what it is. Let's exchange note. Let's exchange note. So what light cigar you have today? When I say light, it means anything that's not Habano. No, not anything that's not Maduro. Sorry. Anything that's not Maduro. While you're smoking, let's get to it, you know? Why are you smoking? Let's get to it. Oh, this thing is so soft. So soft. Today we have like a thunderstorm. It really gives me a headache. So this side's an open foot. So we'll burn through this open foot really quickly. We'll go through this open foot really quickly. Oh, okay. So if you're looking at this, you're a cigar smoker. You're like, Tony, you torch the shit out of it. I can tell you that if you go to anywhere, people smoke really quickly. They don't have time to toast it. That's what it is. You light up really quickly. You get through the first few puffs. The char taste goes away. You go through with it. There's really like not something that y'all outside to do as like a regimen. You light up a cigar, it's fire, you light it up. Don't do it too much, you heat it up and smoke it. There you go. Yeah, 72% of humidity is really wet. And I think that you're gonna get a better experience if you dry box long enough. All right. So yeah, you say dry box for 2 days, 72% humidity. It could be drier and it'll probably be better. Okay. So if you enjoyed it, that's great. Share your notes. Give me pros and cons. Give me one bad thing about a cigar and give me a few good things that you like. That will be great. I really appreciate it. Ooh, okay. Ben Roger. Okay. Louisiana. So yeah, give me one thing that a few things that you like and one thing that you don't like. At least one thing that you don't like, and then I'll keep. I'll try to take notes and all the things that I can use as inspiration and something to keep in mind when we do if we do the next project. And I think when I make cigars, well, when we went, it had to solve a problem, right? Because if it's not solving a problem, it's just another cigar. And you gotta ask what problem does in the shadow solve? In the shadow solves a problem with me being us being a consumer that constantly complain about a Maduro that has issues. Not enough band, didn't have food band, all that kind of stuff. Like not cannot like people who cannot taste Maduro, and that was what he tried to do. Like for Val, he can retro hell. So a lot of time he's missing a lot of the good notes, a lot of flavor, and we're just looking for a sweet, nice cocoa um, Maduro that you can smoke any of the days. Might not be a lot of it, but you can just smoke it, just so that you have a number one loved dessert Maduro to smoke, and that's why that was designed like that. Okay, so if I'm gonna make the next project and it's gonna be anything but Maduro, and I think the key of the problem to try to solve is if I'm not smoking a Maduro, what would I like to smoke? If I'm not smoking a Maduro, what do I want to smoke? Right? I think that's the key, and then finding out what kind of feeling that we're thinking of when we are not smoking a Maduro is the key. Why am I not smoking a Maduro? Why do I want to smoke anything but a Maduro? That's the key, right? Hi, Ethan. So this is why I have to start smoking all the other lighter cigars, all the other Shade, Habano, Connecticut. I want to find out why. Why in the world would I go smoke those cigars when I have Maduro, something punchy, flavorful, dark, really get you satisfied with one cigar to smoke. And that's not saying that I never smoked these cigars. I obviously I have them. I smoke them. But I don't think I ever think, why am I smoking them until now? Why am I smoking a lighter cigar? Why do I feel like lighter cigar is better for the occasion? Why am I smoking something lighter where I probably had need 2 or 3? Okay. And if you guys have opinion, feel free to put in the comment. Let me know why. In what kind of situation would you like to smoke a lighter cigar, and what kind of cigar would that be? And like I say, obviously, if you guys brought a lighter cigar today to smoke, let me know why you guys smoking. Let's exchange notes. Let's exchange notes. Lighter cigar. Dude, I've been busy. I've been out pretty much all day. It was raining hard. It was raining so hard it feels like a car wash. Like sometimes this rain and this rain, like literally, you can feel that it's got rhythm. It's going down, and it kind of like hard, softer, hard, softer. It just kind of sway like curtain. It's just the water just the range is coming down like curtains. It was like that for a while, and I didn't even realize last night I was going off so hard. My house lost power. That's why I was late for a few minutes because I had to come down, turn on the machines. All the machine was off. So oh, great. So it's refreshed. It's kind of nice. I'm kind of glad nothing breaks. Sometimes like when the power went off, something breaks. I'm kind of glad nothing breaks. All right, let's talk about this. All right, a little bit of pepper note. Cedar and spice, like baking spice, a little bit baking spice bitterness to it. Some people call that neutral. I call it bitterness because it's literally, if it's not sweet, it's better. It's a little bit of creaminess. Like I said, the spice is tingliness on the retrohale. A little bit woodiness, but not a lot. And there's definitely the smell of like what I would call tobacco. Okay. So for bangs to say a lot of dark flavor, molasses, cocoa, coffee, and leather. I would like some of the stone fruit notes I get from the underground Maduro, Perdomo Maduros. Okay. And that will have to change the blend. So I can't change that. But yeah, I keep that. I know some people does like the stone fruit notes. What we had was more like a honey, molasses, towards the dark cocoa sweetness for our blend. But I get it. If I can get some nice stone fruit flavor notes on a lighter cigar, that would be nice. I get that. As our president said, I like the Espinosa Crema and Oliva Connecticut. I usually smoke the light first to warm up my palate. Okay, I get that. I used to smoke some light coffee cigars in the morning, which for those people that don't know, I work overnights a lot of time. So if I go down and get a coffee, usually I'm more relaxed back in the days. I'll have a coffee, light up a Connecticut or lighter cigar, maybe not Habano, most likely Connecticut, just so that I can have a coffee and just kind of take an hour break kind of thing. I haven't been doing that now because like I just feel like there's not enough time to do everything, so I skip that 1 hour, and in lieu of that, I just smoke from 9 to like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I don't do that anymore, but I can totally enjoy that in the morning. Having a really creamy, nutty, cedary cigar in the morning, it's very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. But I feel like a lot of cigar today don't give me the same amount of cedar enjoyment that I used to have. And that's one of the things that if I'm gonna do it, it'll have to be something that's very cedary, very, very, very nice. Like it's gotta be super nice if you put it in your humidor, sit on your cedar tray, and then get even more cedary. When you light it up, you gotta smell it. And we're like that kind of cigar. Yeah, it's getting a little bit sweeter. A little bit citrusy too. Now, I personally don't like citrus notes in a cigar because I feel like it's like a woodsy kind of thing. You get it like a citrus note, kind of make it sour. That's just me though. Camping. Like to start the day and end the night. Okay. You miss what I'm smoking today? My first one is gonna be. I don't know how long I'm gonna end up smoking it. So, my first one is the Camacho Factory Unleashed 2. So what I'm doing right now, Ethan, is that I'm trying to into my brainstorming session, brainstorming time, where I'm thinking about if we were to make the next cigar, what would it be? And obviously, we already have a Maduro, and I do not want to make another Maduro. I want to make the opposite. I want to make something that if you're not smoking that one, what would it be otherwise? So I want to do some studying and I kind of go back to basic, smoking some basic, lighter cigars and here and there, and just kind of get my brain into go, all right, what kind of cigar do I want to get? What kind of flavor note am I looking for? What kind of light note am I looking for? What kind of strength and feel and what kind of leaf I'm going to with. Espero Naranjo Reserva yeah, it's considered light cigar. I mean, when I say light cigar, I'm not saying that light strength cigar. I'm saying light wrapper cigar, like Habano, Ecuadorian, Connecticut, that kind of stuff. What's my favorite wrapper? In terms of flavor robustness, it's probably got to be broadleaf. So I like broadleaf a lot. It's ugly as hell, but it does a lot of good work. I like the kind of meaning behind it a little bit because broadleaf used to be the tobacco that nobody wants. Throw it away, put it in a binder, whatever, get rid of it. But now it's one of the most used tobacco because it really does good things for all the cigars. It makes the cigar more pungent. It makes the cigar more powerful. It makes the cigar more darker and better flavored. It's like underdog. You know, underdog that because before it's just so ugly, don't want it, but people don't care about how ugly it is majority of the time now. So if it tastes good, I don't care how ugly it is. That's a lot of people nowadays. So today I'm doing I don't have an exact lineup. I'm gonna go smoke for like week to week and then decide to go up or down. All right. So today I have my father S special and the Camacho. Um, what I like was how well it pairs with bourbon and beer. I stick that been drawn out by harder stuff I drink, but ITS comes. I tried with beer last night. I think the beer kind of overpowered the cigar a little bit. I don't know. It might be just me. I was gonna create a list of good pairing and bad pairing, but I need to hear what other people's opinion is before that list gets released or something like that. I mean, I can talk about it. I was having a Japanese Sapporo lager, premium lager yesterday, and I feel like the floral of that cigar, that taste, really kind of just drowns out all the nice note for me, in terms of smoking with ITS. So, what beer did you pair with that you feel was a good pair? Because for me, it wasn't doing it. It was kind of drowning out all the nice notes. It's almost kind of mutes the note a little bit for me. Stop. Okay, and that's a good point because the Shadow Valve Joey yesterday did mention maybe the cigar will taste better with the Guinness or stout. He's gonna test out for me. I don't personally drink Guinness or stout, so and I can only depends on other people's opinion on that one. So yeah, I'm very interested in that because that's not like when you talk about stout and Guinness, they're not lager, they're not beer, right? So they're like a creamy, heavier dark beer, and that might work. So thank you for letting me know that, and Joey, test it out because I can't. I don't drink those. But that's good. That's good. Stop. I know the ITS work well with bourbon. That we tested out. We know that works. Less that less well with the Japanese whiskey because Japanese whiskey is a little bit too light for it. Right? Japanese whiskey is a little bit too light for it, but I think the bourbon that has a little bit bite works well with it. Scotch works too, but has a little bit more fruitiness. I think it goes on the opposite palate. It doesn't work that well. And I think one of the responsibility as a person who released the cigar is to tell you or help you find what is the best way to enjoy that cigar, right? I'm not saying that everybody should do that. I'm just saying that for me, it will be very interesting to be able to tell you best case scenario. These are the best pairing. These are the worst pairing. Watch out for the worst pairing, because and that is something that I try to collect, right? So, oh, if you drink this and you had a bad experience with it, I write it down. I keep it in the notes, and I go try it myself and see if that is a bad pairing, and then we can tell you that this is the perfect pairing for these. If you have these, if they are the worst, stay away from these because they don't work. And for me, lager definitely did not work. But I'll make that my mission. Every so often, try something with it. Because cigar is all about education. And what do you mean? What I mean by that is, in order to enjoy a cigar, the more knowledge you have, the better your experience is gonna be. Can you not enjoy a cigar the way it is? Yes, you can. But if I'm the one that's blending, it's more beneficial for me to be educated on what works well with these things. Now, I always been drinking whatever that I like within my comfort zone for cigar I'm smoking, because obviously somebody else blended. That's them. And I think if I am the one that blended, I should know what goes well with it. I should be able to educate myself what will work, study that, and tell you what works best. And that's my opinion, really. Because you can only talk so much about your cigar. That's what I feel as someone that wanna people to smoke your cigar. You can only talk so much about your cigar. There's only so much of it. The rest is individual, right? And everybody's separately individual. And the more I know about the cigar, the how to enjoy the cigar, the more I can share that information. I think that's my job. Hey Jesse, have I tried ITS with different cut? Yes. So I tried the V cut, I tried the straight cut, I tried the punch, and I tried to rip it with your finger. I tried all of them. Now punch is the worst. If you try to punch that cigar, it's the worst. It's not gonna give you more concentrated smoke. It's gonna make the draw harder. Um, and I think that you're getting less from less burn from the side. So I don't recommend punch cut for that cigar. Now, if you want the V cut, I feel like the V cut makes the cigar taste a little bit less sweet, but that could be that cigar. It's just less enjoyment. I think the cigar straight cut is the king. I tried all three way and I still ended up going back to straight cut because I think the cigar does best with maximum amount of smoke draw through the entire smoke, because the cigar was meant to burn evenly, right? So you want to burn evenly, you want to have even draw and to take all the flavor together, all the tobacco burn at the same time to give you the maximum amount of flavor. You don't want to concentrate it like cone like draw to get that flavor. You want a straight maximum draw, get the maximum amount of draw over, so that you can get everything outside, inside, middle of all that flavor in and give it to you. Because if you have a smaller draw, now you have like a harsher draw. Now you got to burn harder, right? If you have punch, you have a smaller draw. So you got to the velocity of that draw will be higher, and then you got to burn harder. I have not. I don't have any Knobs Creek or Russell Private. So what I had was Woodford. What I had was McKellen. Um, I had to look at what I had. McKellen, Jack Daniels. Um, what is that? The other one. Johnny Walker, and those are the few that I tried with. And aside from the Japanese whiskey, which I usually drink, the Yoichi and the uh Miyakiko. Also tried it with Toki. Toki's just too light for it. Double oaked. Yes, they are double oaked. They talk about the Woodford, right? It's really good because that oakiness from the double oak and the cigar pair very well. They kind of just enhance each other. And double oak has a little bit of like warming afterbite, and that kind of refreshes your palate for the next draw. It works well. I tried to get the double oak to see if that works, but I end up not buying it because locally it was expensive. I didn't try that. I'm gonna try a Kool-Aid. Yeah, let me know. I mean, you gotta try with the regular red Kool-Aid, the punch, or you gotta do it with the grape Kool-Aid. Yeah. My debate was, do I try it with the double oak, or do I try it with the triple finished? Because I'm trying to figure out for the same price range, which I'm gonna do. Because the double oak and the triple finish are around the same price. I don't drink all that much, so week to week, I probably drink like one time a week, if not one time every 2 weeks. So my choice had to be very limited. But let me know which one you want to try. Like you would like to get and try it. I also tried the cigar with a Weller 12. Works great too. Hmm. All right. That baker spice. Woodsiness. Some of these lighter cigar, the spice, the baking muted taste, the baking spice, the soda cracker taste that's not sweet. I feel like it's too much in the forefront. It's not really bringing out the cedar woodiness and stuff like that. I think that's one of the problem with the cigar that I can improve upon. And the key is, I think, for that is the better filler. A better filler will do it. I'm in a kind of muted point. It's not a lot of flavor. But yeah, keep the comments coming, man. Let's talk about this. Because if we're making a cigar, it's making it for you guys. Because I know what I like, right? In fact, if I want to light a cigar, I could just smoke Davidoff all day. I could do that. But, we're making it for you. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, this band doesn't want to come off. One of my problem, the bands. I hope you guys like the band that we created. It's easy to remove and stuff because that's one of the key. I hate to have to rip this thing apart because I think a lot of people like to collect bands, you know. Honestly, I don't know. Usually we don't have we don't have like you must be here kind of protocol for the live. So if somebody can join it, yeah, cool. If there's somebody don't have the time to join it, that's cool too. Now, if you guys want to join and be a guest, that's fine too. I can invite you guys over to talk about it if you guys want to jump on. So yeah, Ethan or Al Presidente, if you want a link, let me know. Because usually it depends on what people's doing, right? So if people can make it, sure. If people cannot make it, that's fine too. Because we started this off with me just to be the only host, so it's usually the case. And yeah, Rick is in Florida, so Wait. He dismissed you. I thought he was supposed to hang out. Yeah, he missed it. He missed out. Would you say the cigar would pair well with a sweeter whiskey then? It depends on what kind of sweet. All right. Now, when I paired it with the Sinatra, is that what it's called? It has a little bit zesty sweetness. It's not like a bad pairing, but I didn't care for it. It almost feel like I'm a separate cigar and separate drink. I'm drinking a drink and smoking a cigar. It wasn't a complete opposite pairing, or it wasn't a good merge of pairing. When I smoked it with an old fashioned, it was just, yeah, like I didn't care that much for it either. It doesn't help it. It doesn't get worse. Does that make sense? So it really depends. Like, so like citrusy sweet and stuff like that, like orange zest, is not gonna do a lot for the cigar. But if it's something like cocoa-y, creamy, like even like I don't know, Irish coffee, stuff like that, that has a little bit of that sweetness, and but then comes with the creaminess, it might work. But the cigar really likes creaminess, oakiness, the darker note to go with it, charred. Unfortunately, we didn't open the Eagle Rare at the Arizona to try that out. I don't have an Eagle Rare here. It's impossible to find Eagle Rare here, so I don't have one to try. Penelope Rio, I've never drank that, so let me know. Let me know. We can find out what is the best pairing drinks for that drink, for that cigar, because the only way to find out about pairing is literally try it. I mean, I can be here and talk about what I think about certain things, and in theory, but in theory, it's only in theory. The only way to try is like there are a lot of things that you will never think that works, right? There are quite a bit of interesting pairing that you would like. It's not gonna work, but then when you put it together, it actually works. Like I'm pretty sure originally when you had peanut butter and jelly, they're like, yeah, it's never gonna work, but I'm gonna eat it, and then it will turn out to be really good, right? So the only way to do it is to try it. Hmm. Yeah, this cigar is so light. I always leaves a little bit to be desired, a little bit more to be desired. Like I'm trying to focus on the notes. I'm trying to focus on like what I can get that's enjoyable, but it's just like it's lacking. It's lacking a lot of flavor for me. So, and that could be because I've been smoking a lot of ITS, like literally every day is at least one ITS, and that is like kind of skewing my flavor. Quittenden's cask strength bourbon, Bonville Port cask American single malt, both pair well. Okay, single malt pair well, huh? That's interesting. So with the single malt is Scotch, right? American single malt is Scotch. So you have one cask strength bourbon and you have one Scotch. That works. Next week, some of us could have different spirits. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Let me know. Like we do the smokes together. Everybody try a different drink and let me know what pairs well. What obviously, if it doesn't pair well, you should stop drinking and bring another drink. But I'm gonna try to find something that I can drink on the show. Probably a drink, probably alcohol, to test it out. I'll pick some random alcohol. I wonder if a screwball pairs well. To be honest with you, maybe peanut butter screwball tastes well with it. I don't know. I don't know because there is a little bit nuttiness in that cigar. So like I wonder if that will bring out a more nuttiness or less. I do live in a state where alcohols are impossible to find. Cool. So Ethan, you got a few sticks to smoke with? I'm not sure if Eric sent some to you. So he never gave me a list of who he sent it to. He just told me that he sent out 22 people. They did not tell me who they sent it to. It's so light. Right now, I think I just get an empty spot. There's like no flavor, no flavor. Retro has a little bit wooziness, a little bit burn, a little bit pepper, but on the palate, it's so empty. It's very very empty. And that might be some of the problem that I want to solve too. Is that uh, um, a good Connecticut shouldn't have to have like people shouldn't have to have retrohale. I understand that a lot of time we tell people to learn retrohale is gonna get so much more because what you're smoking, what you're smelling brings in that flavor. I get that. And the key of why ITS does not need to be retrohaled is a secret. It's smoke production. It's smoke production. So hopefully other brand who's blending can agree with it. When you have a cigar that brings a lot of smoke out while you smoking it, you are inadvertently going to breathe in some. Inadvertently, you are gonna breathe in some through your nose. So when you have a cigar that have good smoke output, you are gonna retrohale inadvertently through your nose. Right? So basically you blow it out and you gotta smell it back in. So that's why we don't need to retrohale to get some flavor after the fact. And this is why that cigar smokes very differently indoor and outdoor, because when you're outdoor, the outside atmosphere is gotta bring out more of that oakiness. You can smell it right when you light it up. When you're toasting it, when you light it up, you can smell it right away, that oakiness. And that opens up your palate. So when you're smoking it and you're breathing it, the flavor completes itself. So when we make the cigar, we make sure the smoke output is textured, is out. Like when you breathe out, that smoke is gotta linger. And that makes it so that you can taste it without having to retrohale. When you have something that produces very little amount of smoke, by the time you blow it out, the fan blows by or wind blows by, it's gone. It doesn't want to linger. So you're not going to get that. The rest, maybe 20, 30% of the flavor. Well, I just taste soap. What? What was that? Like hotel soap. Yeah. On the retrohale. What the hell? Maybe I'll call that floral. I'll call that floral because like hotel soap is like white tea floral. That's probably a floral. Wash it off a little bit. All right, here we go. Yep, floral. That's what I got. A little bit pepper still lingers on my nose. A little bit dryness. Hmm. Yeah. I think if we go with Ecuadorian Connecticut shade, it's still gonna be too light. It's so light compared to any other cigar. I feel like if we go straight to a heavier natural or a heavier habano, that might do it. I don't know, because like when you want to smoke something like, and let me know about this, right? When you don't want to smoke Maduro, you want to smoke something lighter. You wouldn't want to go from 10 to like 1, right? You want to go from 10 to maybe 6. Is the Maduro the sweetest wrapper? It's not. It's not. The sweetness of a wrapper, it has to do with how nicely the wrapper is fermented. A correctly fermented Honduras wrapper has a really nice woodsy sweetness. Okay, a really nice Honduras cigar will have a really nice sweetness to it. So I wouldn't call that the sweetest wrapper. No, it wouldn't. It's not. Some Dominicans are very sweet too. So when you smoke an Opus X, some of the Opus X has a really nice caramel, honey notes to it, so it really depends on the grade of the tobacco, how nicely it was fermented. When you ferment a cigar, it gets a little bit of that acidity and sweetness to it, and it has to do with the fermenting. So it's not guaranteed. You can have a very sweet light cigar, and you can have a very sweet Maduro. You can also have a very bitter Maduro, and just earthy and bitter. You can do either or. It's just how you paired it. And here's the thing: Maduro is not a type of wrapper per se. Maduro is just color. All right. So when you say Maduro, it's the color. It's a dark color, and technically you can ferment any tobacco into a Maduro color. Okay, you can get it really really dark, but the classification is just not very clear on that, because what we tend to think Maduro is like a Nicaraguan tobacco, like a very very dark Habano, Mexican San Andres, broadleaf. Those are standard as Maduro. So it really depends what you're talking about. But Maduro it itself defines the color. So any cigar that is to that color technically can be classified as Maduro. Anything that's like this natural color can be classified as Calero or natural. All right. Some people call their Connecticut natural because they don't want to call it Connecticut. I hope that answered your question. I smoked the Karen Burger halftime and immediately follow up with the Cordoba, Morale, Connecticut, and CNN was so mellow from the previous smoke. It's beyond blend. Yeah, I mean, when you taste something that has contrast, something with a lot of flavor and something with less flavor, you're gonna see that contrast. You're gonna see that contrast. And I think Karen Burger was made by AJ, right? I'm not too sure because I don't smoke a lot of Karen Burger. I think that they're made by AJ Fernandez, and AJ has some really popular, stronger tobacco in terms of flavor that has been proven over time. So AJ is famous for that reason. AJ makes a lot of cigar. In fact, back in the day, you'll see a different cigar and bottom says by AJ Fernandez, because they make a lot of people's cigar and they have kind of perfected their flavor profile. So AJ are usually good enough to be a median body or up. And the Connecticut is very iffy. That's the thing. It really depends. Like if you do a Connecticut and you don't really put a pungent filler in there, and you're only depending on the wrapper itself, it really is. That's the hard part, right? I'm not saying that there's no good Connecticut. I'm just saying that I think a lot of people overlook the fact that you need something to help the cigar, and here's the dilemma, right? If you bring too many other tobacco, for example, put a lot of Nicaraguan tobacco in your Connecticut, Now the Connecticut is starting to taste so dark, it loses the characteristic of a Connecticut. It's just gonna taste dark notes, and what's the point to smoke a Connecticut? But if you just put Connecticut and like a natural the Dominican uh, filler in there, that it just helps the burn, but not necessarily give the flavor. Your Connecticut is gonna be so light that you're not helping the cigar, and the cigar is just gonna be bland, and that's the problem. So it's how hard it is. That's why Connecticut cigar is hard to make. And a lot of companies try to came out with their iterations of Connecticut. Even Don Barton, he doesn't really smoke Connecticut. He made a Connecticut, and for him, his way of helping the Connecticut is to sweeten the cigar, and so that it has more flavor, which I get because it's really hard to make something that's naturally blend to be flavorful and satisfying, right? Naturally blend stuff, you want to make it satisfying, you need to give something that's satisfying. But unfortunately, the leaves is hard. Like for example, if I was to make a Connecticut and shove a Indonesian or Cameroon as a filler, it defeats the point because Cameroon and Sumatra should be the wrapper. So you wouldn't put that in the middle. You kind of kills it. You know, 601 black is not that strong. 601 black is actually not strong at all. So I don't know where it's not a full strength Connecticut. I think the name black is misleading. I wish I started with the Connecticut first cigar I ever had. Not the Judge. Oh, okay, if you start with the Judge, your expectation of what cigar tastes like and the heavy and strength and all that will be very high because the Judge is quite strong. Now the Judge can be boring over time. If you smoke too much of it, it gets boring. Or if you smoke a while, it might be boring. I'm smoking the Camacho Factory Unleashed 2, doing the study. This is a study session. So yeah, if you started with a heavy cigar, a lot of cigar at that point is off the list for you. For example, Eric's first cigar was a Flathead 660. If you smoke a Flathead 660 as your first cigar, anything below the strength and flavor profile of 660 is gone. And that's quite a bit of range. That's a huge range of cigar. So this is why Eric tend to not smoke a lot of cigar that's in the $8 to $12 budget range, because those are not enough flavor for him anymore, or to start with. If you start with something heavy, that's your mindset. It has to be at least this, and then that's your balance line, right? So you have the 660 as your first. Either the cigar after that is either stronger than that or less than that. And a lot of cigars gotta be less than that. 660 is pretty strong. So a lot of cigars gotta be less than that. And that's where you set the bar. You know, like if you want to eat a burger, your first burger should be McDonald's and some like really crappy burger, because every burger after that's got to be great. But if you smoke something in the middle or high, everything below that is going to be bad. I smoke 660 with coffee sometimes. I get a lot of chocolate out of it. Yeah, 660 has a lot of strong filler, believe it or not. So it's quite a strong cigar. And plus it's big, 660. So like I do recommend people who start out smoking, or if your friends start out smoking, just give them all the light cigar. Just let them get used to the no taste in tobacco. No taste in tobacco. And everything after that is like a bonus. Like every time you get some other cigar, it just tastes so good. Right? There are those people, right? Every time you smoke another cigar, you just get impressed for it. You're like, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good. A lot of time, people who smoke for a long time is like, you like that? Well, guess what? Their first cigar wasn't that good. So everything beyond that is good. Believe it or not, like even if your first cigar was Oliva Bonalio V, a lot of cigar will be bad, because that cigar is actually quite nice and quite good and flavorful. So if you smoke that and you go back to smoke like a standard Ashton, Connecticut, you're like, that's what? Right? So it's all about impression. It's all about what you smoke first and what experience that you have and your next cigar going that. Well, that's a problem too. If your first cigar is Drew Estate Flying Pig, that cigar is actually quite good. So a lot of cigar to you will be bland as hell. Right? A lot of Connecticut will be bland as hell. You just don't want it. You're like, whatever. Because your first cigar set your first impression to be, this is a cigar. And anything is either below that or above that. So your baseline. Now my baseline was like well, I don't remember what I had before that, but the one that I remember was Romeo and Juliet Reserva Rio. And that one was kind of my baseline. So a lot of cigars actually better than that. The only time I smoked Connecticut was with a cup of coffee. Like I have a fucking coffee hit my door, but bunch of Connecticut cigar in my humidor. And what? Cup was what that cup of coffee? Like I have a fucking coffee humidor. Okay, I don't get that. My first cigar was New World Cameroon. I still like them. I rarely buy them for some reason. How long should I wait to reset your baseline? You will never be able to reset your baseline. What I mean by that, first impression is very hard to break out of. It's like your first crush. You'll remember your first crush. No matter how your personality has changed, your liking has changed, but that first crush you will remember. So your cigar baseline is gotta be what makes the first impression to your taste bud, and you always remember that. Now, even though you're not comparing with it, your mind will always tell you that that is better than that, or that's better worse than that. So you can't reset that because that's your first impression. So your first impression is very important. You can reset your palate, but you're not gonna reset your baseline. Reset your palate, just don't smoke for like a week. But I don't recommend that because when you reset your palate, you also reset everything that your taste bud choose to ignore. Okay, and some people might not agree with this. This is just my personal theory. Okay, is that when you reset your baseline, your taste bud, your taste bud has learned to ignore tobacco and all that negative note, char, smoke, and all that stuff in order to taste the flavor that you're tasting. So when you reset that, it will also take you a couple days to start ignore tobacco, bitterness, char, whatever. It's almost similar to those people who try to get over a COVID taste losing. Have you heard those people who lost their taste bud because COVID? When they go back to smoke cigars, everything's bitter. Everything is just bitter, burn bitter. Why? Because your taste bud no longer can ignore that. So you got to retrain it and finally ignore that. You taste everything else. So I don't recommend people to go reset their taste bud because just like foodies and like food critics and stuff like that, they don't stop eating, right? Because your palate is trained to find those notes, ignoring all the ones that you don't need to taste and find the notes. So when you reset that, you got to retrain it. Now I also don't recommend anybody who is smoking a regular cigar and go all of a sudden go smoke a flavor anything, because when you go smoke a flavor anything, like so flavor cigar, flavor vape, flavor whatever, it ruins your taste bud. It ruins it because the artificial stuff is very sharp to your taste bud. It's very sharp. It will literally tricks your mind thinking that you're tasting something when that thing doesn't exist. It's not natural. So when you smoke something like that, it takes a few days before your taste bud kind of comes back and go, oh, I can taste this again, something natural again, because something that's not natural is a lot heavier. For example, corn syrup, fructose, that thing is 50 times sweeter than sugar. 50 times sweeter sugar. So a small amount of it makes things very, very sweet. And because that's what it is, when you go taste a sugar, it's not nearly as sweet. So when you have a coffee flavored cigar and you go out to smoke something that naturally have coffee, it kills that coffee flavor because it's not pungent enough. It's not as pungent as the chemical stuff. Does that make sense? So it actually you lose your ability to taste something so subtle. It might be there, but it's very, very subtle. But your taste bud is saying that it's not up to that level. So ignore. It didn't taste it. Okay. Like if you taste something really, really salty, like let's say that salty level is at 80, and then you taste something that has a 20% saltiness, you'll think that thing is bland. You don't think you taste any salt. You'll be like, does anybody put salt in this thing? Because that killed it. Recommend skip tobacco, Java, and all other flavors I got because they're anything that you taste that is not natural tobacco leaf is all chemically flavored. There's no naturally flavored, right? Unless you put it in there. I mean, what? We gotta soak this in coffee and then smoke it. Even that, it's not gonna taste right. So I don't recommend anybody to go ruin their taste bud that way. I don't recommend anybody to go, all right, I'm gonna go smoke something that is flavored. Because when you do that, you lose your ability to taste some natural flavors from a good cigar. A cigar could have possibly been very, 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 very good. Subtle, 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 smooth flavor. But because you smoke something so sharp, chemically flavored stuff, so sharp that you can't taste them. And that cigar automatically became bad to you, but because you can taste it, not because it wasn't there. So I don't recommend it. All right, one hour in, I'm done with this cigar. Very light, very light. It's got the flavor. It's too light. It's too not pungent enough. The pepper died down and like probably halfway. So it's not. It's definitely not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something heavier. Will you ever do another acid review? No, because when I do an acid review, it ruins my palate. It ruins my palate for like even when I eat food. When I do an acid review, I can't do any other review for a week because everything was taste off. God of Fire by Carlito versus Lost City Opus X. Which one would I pick? That's a tough one. Which one would I pick? Both are very basic. I will say most likely the Lost City because Lost City tend to be a little bit more sweeter to me. But like they are very similar cigar in terms of enjoyment. Internal enjoyment. I mean, God of Fire and Lost City are both equally easy to find. So yeah, it really depends on the situation. I don't think picking either or will be wrong, just per se. All right, so I'm gonna light up another cigar. Give me like a minute or two. I'm gonna light up another cigar. I'm gonna wash off my palate. Start another cigar. And hey, guys, don't smoke the speed I do. It's not good for you. I smoke very fast. Don't smoke the speed I do. So this is the special, the S special for my father's. I just drag the bandwidth off of with it, so I don't have to deal with it. Two very similar cigars. Let's go. I am gonna trim that a little bit. So sometimes you can see like this is cut. This is wrong. This is straight cut. But sometimes it leaves a little bit on the side, the edge. I don't like that edge. I will usually trim that off. I like to go all the way to the end. I like to go all the way to the end. So not talking about going down, but sideways. Yeah, blah. All right, this one is a little bit earthy. A little bit fermented taste. I never smoked a Dankiki, so I can't tell you. I'm on my second cigar right now. Gold label, dark Maduro wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. I'm finding it matte at best. Okay. All right. Don't get offended by it. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on that. I'm gonna give you an honest opinion on that. I think crown cut is absolutely stupid. All right. I think crown cut is absolutely stupid. But if you like it, so be it. So be it. Because in terms of physics, it's not gonna change anything. It might look cool for you. It might be like it's cool, but it doesn't do anything for your cigar. It doesn't make the cigar smoke any different. It basically is a incomplete straight cut. Like if you cut a straight cut and leave some on the side, that's what it is. You're not gonna get all the flavor. It's not gonna taste all the part. You know, when you put the smoke in your mouth, it kind of expands anyway. So that little thing is not gonna get the smoke to go any different. It's gotta go through the same way, straight out, pulls up, towards in your mouth, same thing. So no matter what kind of cut, it's just literally surface area. Scientifically speaking, surface area. The less surface area, you draw harder, the smoke comes in faster in velocity, and it's just not. It makes the cigar hotter. So if you like your cigar burn hotter, punch cut. If you like your cigar burn with perfect, good combustion, straight cut. Get it all the way, maximum amount of amount of air goes in there with lowest velocity, because now it's loose, right? Now it has more room. So the air is gonna go through with enough room. It's gotta be a constant speed. You don't have to draw harder. You don't have to shrink down. You know, just imagine this: when you're shooting water, right? You make the opening smaller. It's gonna come out stronger, right? But that amount of smoke is not gonna make the concentrated flavor. It's gonna make the air goes in through with a higher velocity. It's gonna make the cigar burn hotter. So I think that kind of also answered Mike's question. So when you do a punch cut, like say punch cut, it depends how big it is, right? You're restricting the maximum, so you're probably cutting 80% of the cap or 90% of the cap. And that amount, 90% of the cap, you get a 90% of the smoke at a 10% increase in velocity. So your cigar will burn hotter. It'll burn faster. Okay. And it is more likely to form a cone if you have a higher velocity. And if you have a more even draw, an even smoke, you're more likely to have a more even burn and more even flavor. Hey, Martin. I'm gonna put you on the screen. Hold on. We're doing a study session today. Light cigar.
Just woke up from that.
Okay. So Gillen King cut is the best. In theory, V cut makes no different than a straight cut, except again from less straight draw you're getting the same amount of surface area. Like, you know, if you had a V cut, think about this. If I open up the V cut, it's a straight cut. So that makes no difference. All right, V cut is just like that, straight cut is like that. But what you do is you're making it so the center draw is more concentrated than the side draw. It might make the flavor slightly different, but I don't think that is a positive thing because when they blend the cigar, they want to burn straight all the way around so you get all the flavor. If you go do a V cut, some part of it is gonna burn slower than other. So your flavor delivery might be different, but it's not. I don't think it's intended.
I've never noticed a difference in flavor based on the cut, unless it's a punch.
Well, the crown cut, when you say mouthfeel, is unless you lick it, you're not gonna tell different. I don't think anybody should be licking the cap while you're smoking it. Don't tongue that thing because you're making soot. And to have more restriction means less air, more incomplete combustion. Yeah, the fancy cut really doesn't do anything. The fancy cut is only for looks. I guess, like I said, less opening, less draw, higher velocity, more incomplete burns. And you're more likely to have like a wonky burn or something like that when you try to go a fancy cut. Straight cut, easy.
Ooh, close foot.
All right, this one has a more nutty flavor. This one has more fermenty flavor. This one has more witziness, a little bit saltiness as well. So this one has more flavor than that one. This one definitely has more flavor. It does have like a baking spice, baking soda aftertaste. Martin, what do you light up?
I have a Warfighter Victory.
Oh, okay.
I just realized I had a closed foot, and I was trying to taste the closed foot.
Nuttiness, creaminess.
Smooth.
All right, this is doing well.
Smooth and nuttiness on mine. What are you smoking?
Right now, I'm on my second cigar. This is the My Father's S Special.
Okay. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Oh, you have. You definitely have.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't
have.
record.
I'm trying to smoke all the light stuff. Like I said, today we're going to study some light stuff and kind of get an idea what can we do with the next project, you know? What can we do? What can we make a lighter cigar better?
Okay. Now, when you say light, are you thinking like Connecticut or Habano?
That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to find out. So I'm smoking for a natural Connecticut, and because right now today is the Ecuadorian shade, and I move on from that to Habano, and then we'll see what can go with that. And obviously, I'll also put Cameroon and Sumatra in consideration.
It's gonna be expensive though.
It could be, but you know, if it solves a problem, it could be good.
But right now, the Cameroon might be a problem because there's another cigar from the same factory that's having problems creating this cigar.
Which I know because I was there when they tried to find a leaf.
So,
but
probably not a good idea.
I was thinking if I was to do an opposite to get Cameroon as a filler or binder, but not as a wrapper, it might be more accessible. Because if it's not wrapper, it doesn't have to be perfect.
True.
But we'll try them all. Val's on. Val. Good evening, Val.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh.
I'm late.
You are very late.
Me too.
Everybody's
But
wondering
I'm
where you
here.
guys are.
I'm late, but I'm here.
All
I
right.
used to
So
say that when I showed up late for work.
Val, we're supposed to smoke a light cigar today. I hope you haven't lighted up yet.
Smoke what?
a lighter cigar today. Nothing Maduro. Something light.
Oh, something light.
Have you lighted up yet? I hope you haven't lighted up that 4-star yet.
No, I have not. I have not. I don't.
A lighter cigar. Anything Habano and lighter.
Anything Cabano and later. I was just getting ready to cut this bad boy.
There
Okay.
you go.
Let
I
me,
saw you post a photo, so I wanted to get to you before you light it up.
yeah, I just grabbed my cutter here.
Almost.
Just
You got a
getting
chance.
ready to. All right. All right.
We got a few
All right.
minutes.
I'll be right back. Let me go see what I can.
Sure.
Fine. Don't go anywhere.
I'm here.
Ah.
So the cigar I'm smoking is has a Mata Fina Brazilian wrapper
Yeah, so it should be more floral and nutty.
and Habano, Jalapa Nicaraguan binder, Jalapa Habano filler, Habano Esteli, and Habano Ligero in the filler.
All right, so that's okay. So I can see why that has more flavor. It's definitely the filler is relatively stronger filler.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
penny pinching with the Cuban sandwich. Billy's chunky stick, Cameroon. Yeah, when it comes to the Cuban sandwich, it's hard to study those because Cuban sandwich is basically loose leaf, and loose leaf could be anything. So there's no way for them to tell you what the filler is, but they can only tell you what the wrapper is. So
It's good.
yeah, this is even mine is pretty flavorful right now. Very
I would say
nutty.
it's more
woodsy.
medium plus, but it's
Well, you're gonna get at least a medium plus because you got Ligero in the center.
and the Brazilian wrapper.
Mm-hmm. Mine is woodsy. Nice.
Mhm.
Woodsy, nutty. A little bit of licorice too. And mine has a small tunnel in the center. We'll see. So yeah, in terms of lighter cigar, there's always a lot of problem with it, but we'll see. MSRP 1776.
Yep, on this one.
That's quite expensive.
Yeah.
I don't notice. I have an entire box up here. I don't know if you guys can see it in the corner, like at the end. There's a whole box of Victory right here.
Came in a little coffin.
Yeah. I never realized how much it cost because I just bought the entire box.
So it has this little thing where it kicks up
Mm-hmm.
the cigar.
Push the cigars up.
That's kind of cool.
I think that's super cool. Except my first one, when I did that, the thing broke.
You don't know your own strength. That's why.
Sometimes Asian Hulk. Because I don't even realize it's there. So I just ply the top, like the lead up.
Right.
And without knowing that the thing is pushing it against the cigar, I just all the way. So why won't you open? Why won't you open? Breaks. Oh, there's a sharp burn just now. So my father is an Ecuadorian Habano Rosado. Mine is Nicaraguan. Phil is Nicaraguan. It's probably the 15 stick. They wanted to be 1776 because freedom didn't come cheap. Yeah.
That would make sense.
All right, I'm back.
There we go. What do you get?
You know what? I don't have anything like in my humidor. I have. Where's my camera?
There we go.
This is. I can't even see myself. Where am I at? Right here.
Right
guys
there.
see
Right
it?
there. Yes. Camacho.
It's a Camacho something.
Ooh, that's an old Camacho.
Yeah, that's a really old Camacho. What is it called?
I can't read the printing.
That's before it was sold to Davidoff. I'll say that.
Yeah, this. I bought these a couple years ago. I bought a box of them. This is the last one. And the guy sold them to me for half price. I don't think he knew what he had.
No, he didn't.
They just want to
Okay.
get rid of it.
It came in a really nice, sharp looking box too. I like the box, and really what grabbed me is because I swear to God, the C on this, I think it stands for Chavez. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I
Okay,
mean
now.
that, yeah. And so I grabbed that, and over about, I've been smoking them sparingly. I mean, it
Yeah.
lasted me about 2 years. The box lasted me about 2 years.
Yeah,
So
I
this
think that
is-
cigar. I think that cigar is called the pre-embargo.
The pre-embargo.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I shouldn't smoke it?
No, it's definitely not Cuban, but I think the name was pre-embargo.
Okay, let me take a look. It says Camacho, but it says
I'll look it up.
I have no idea. It's a nice band. It's a nice looking band.
Does the footband says PE on it?
The foot band.
PE, pre-embargo.
I don't see anything on the foot band with letters. It's got like some coins on there though.
Can you show me the footband real quick? Up, to the left, up more. All right, turn. I really think that's a pre-embargo one. Hold on.
It's
Coin.
got it has printing on the side of it, but I can't read it. Let me
I think they named the pre-embargo after Davidoff acquired them, but before it was just coins. If anybody
Yeah,
else knows, let me know, because I think that's what it is.
let me take let me
I could be wrong. So
let me do something.
I know
here.
they're called vintage something pre-embargo.
I will take a picture of this thing if I can. Well, I'm able to.
There we go.
All right, so yikes, that was close. I almost grabbed this bad boy and said my drink. I've been in trouble. Okay, I'm gonna take. Oh, what did I do? I did something wrong here. I did something. What the hell did I do? Go back here. Go back here. Oh, okay. I don't want to do that. Let me go back here. Go back to photo. No, I don't want to do that. Go back to
That was
photo.
paraphrase quote from the guy.
Okay, I am gonna take a picture of the printing on one side of it.
Surprise infusion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like, really, really old band.
It is.
Because I remember when I got those, the bottom says PE on it, pre-embargo. But by then, Davidoff had already purchased. Oh, maybe it's this one.
It's got like
Camacho signature. When you bought the box, is all 10 the cigar the same?
yeah. It says
Like, 2000s, early 2000s. Those are old, bro.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna DM
One,
you
two,
these
three, four,
pictures,
five.
Tony.
Use ChatGPT. Send a
I-
picture of ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, how old is this cigar?"
I don't know anything about Chat G, whatever that is.
Okay, send it to me. I'll send it to ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
All right, I'll send it to you.
That
it to
might
me.
be a triple
Yeah.
Maduro too. Camacho
I-
Vintage triple Maduro.
I don't. I don't know what it was. I just grabbed the cigar that had the lightest wrapper on it,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking this has got to be a Connecticut or
Nope,
something like
it's
that.
not. It's Camacho
Uh,
Vintage for sure. It's definitely Camacho Vintage.
It may look light, but it's probably originally a Habano.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a pre 2010 thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pre
Also, like
2010 one.
5-ish. So at least 20-year-old cigar.
Okay, Martine, I just sent you a picture.
All right, I'm waiting.
I found it. Limited diploma. It's a Corojo.
Okay.
Limited diploma. Corojo cigar.
So I'm guessing they don't qualify, right?
No, it definitely is. Definitely
Oh,
qualifies.
I don't know.
It's a natural, so it definitely qualifies.
So I sent you. Let me take a, what did I send you, Martine? I sent you a side view. I sent you the C view.
It's a Honduran Corojo.
Add. Send.
It's Honduran Corojo. Let me know. That might be a very sweet cigar.
You know, the aroma off it right off the bat is it smells the foot and the wrapper smell really sweet. Smells like
June bugs.
coffee.
Yeah, based on the look of it and what it is, Corojo with Honduras, I'm saying that it's gotta be a woodsy, sweet cigar. Leathery, maybe. A lot of companies start to use like Honduran tobacco because they're sweet. If you do it right, they're sweet.
It is a very sweet, aromatic on the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet across the wrapper. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, this is not Martine, and I am not back at it again. All right.
I got it.
But I tell you, it feels a little. It feels a very slight silkiness
Mm-hmm.
to the wrapper.
Yeah, it's a Honduran Corojo, Honduran filler, and Honduran binder.
All right. For everybody,
I suspect it's gonna be sweet, woodsy, leathery, and pepper.
all right.
All right, light it up.
Let it up, man. Get it going.
All right, for everybody watching and your Legion members out there, this is for you guys.
Gotta smoke my last of this cigar. All because you guys want a lighter cigar.
Yeah, the cold draw is very sweet. Okay. All right. Let me find my light.
Hello, Eric.
What's up?
What's going on, Nails?
What you doing?
Mhm.
All right, here we go.
We're studying lighter cigar today,
You know
and
what? I
Val
gotta-
is about to lit up a Honduras, like really vintage Honduras cigar. Camacho. So it's a Honduras Corojo, Honduras binder, and filler.
Cool.
Sounds very sweet just
So
from
it's,
hearing.
which one did you say was the diploma?
Huh?
Which one did you say it was, the diploma?
This is called the Corojo limited diploma, natural.
All right, so it's between 2011 and 2014.
Is this how you do it, Eric? This how you do it?
If you do that, you gotta do 15-minute worth of it. Light.
15.
Sweet.
Hell no.
Eric, what you got today?
ITS.
Why do you remove the band? The band's sexy.
Oh my bad. ITS.
It's got a nice aroma.
Yeah, because I keep smoking ITS every day, I'm gonna remove the band for the day. So it looks like I'm smoking a different cigar.
So, Val, if you have the original box, it says that if you open the lid, often it'll say the production year on the lid.
Should say that on the very bottom too. When you like on the very bottom, you usually say that has a stamp when it's produced. These chicken stick don't taste bad. It's smoked a little fast. Well, yeah, because the short filler, they gotta burn very fast.
I don't think I've seen.
You're
Val.
right. You're right on the wood.
I'm right on wood.
Absolutely. But
Oh, I need to light up more. That thing is underburn. So since you guys joined late, in the first hour, we talked about the cigar, talked about lighter cigar, talked about where we can go with the lighter cigar and what people prefers and stuff like that. And we also talk about the pairing for the ITS and what drink they're good with. One person said that he paired with stout beer and was great. And we talk about some bourbons and talk about scotch and talk about, pairing basically.
All right.
Hi, long live Tibbers. How long have I been live for? 1 hour and 30. My second cigar right now. So we'll continue the study of the lighter cigars and try to figure out what will be a good choice of wrapper or something that will make the cigar more interesting, not being a Maduro. But right now, I think Corojo will be a good choice, to be honest with you. There we go. Now it's burning. That doesn't look like a good expression, Eric. What's wrong?
okay. It's yeah, light wood, not heavy,
Mhm.
not like a really burnt or charred wood. It's a very light wood. Sweet, a little coffee for me.
All right.
This is not ITS.
What is that?
I don't know. It sucks.
Is it one of those bundle?
I removed. Oh no, it's a Boulevard.
Boulevard?
Boulevard.
Oh, the one of the New World Boulevard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigar with bands anymore. I take them off.
Okay. Why don't you go choose like Don Carlos or yeah, I was like that expression cannot be an ITS expression. Like I have not smoked IT, but let's go. Ooh, what is this? You know.
Never.
Cheers.
Cheers. I was saying that earlier, like ITS pairing with the old fashioned, I feel like it's not doing any bad things to it as a pairing, but it's not enhancing the smoking experience either. Do you guys agree with that? Like I feel like when I was smoking it, I was drinking the you know, the old fashioned. It feels like I'm smoking and drinking separately. They don't hurt each other, they don't enhance each other.
I've only smoked it with, I think, a Coke.
The Coke is fine with it. The Coke sweetness kind of helps it up a little bit. But I feel like the in terms of drinks, old fashioned doesn't really do crazy thing for it. It doesn't help it. It doesn't hurt it. It doesn't help it. Hmm. All right, guys, keep the comments coming. Let's see what else you guys got. Questions, suggestions, comments. Let's go. Was there such thing as Cameroon shade? Technically not, right? There is no Cameroon shade.
No, Cameroon is just Cameroon.
What about Corojo shade? There's no Corojo shade either.
Corojo is just Corojo.
Oh, Eric, since you have like a darker flavor profile, and you know we're still brainstorming this. If you are not gonna smoke a Maduro, what cigar would you want to smoke?
Oh.
Natural.
Oh.
Natural, but then natural is a big category. So
Yeah, okay.
like usually you'll go with the opus, right? And
Yes.
which is just pretty much natural, but it's all Dominican.
They all natural. I don't know. Sometimes I do feel like it's smoking Connecticut, but every time I smoke one, it's just disappointing.
I almost feel like Connecticut should be trying to draw off the board. The Connecticut was just way too light, and it's really hard to make a Connecticut taste flavorful.
I already know what that question is, Joey.
Why are you gay?
Coffee. No good.
Any recommendation for a good Lancero?
Good Lancero. So there's probably two that I can recommend right off the bat. The Filthy Viking Lancero is really great. And the Oliva V Lancero is really good.
Money suggestion. No, Lanox is not that expensive. Lanox is not that expensive.
No, you can go to CD and get the Lancero Filthy Viking. That's a great cigar.
Every time I smoke a Filthy Viking, I automatically compare to the first one and I get disappointed. Because that first Filthy Viking was just so good. As a Connecticut cigar, that's great.
Right on.
Oh, okay, right on the money. Okay.
Um,
Which one? The Lanox or the Filthy Viking?
yeah.
The Lanox, yes. Lanox is good in terms of because for such a small cigar, like thin cigar, it's got a lot of flavor. But it's also strong too. But it's a lot of flavor. I don't smoke a lot of Lanceros.
I will say one that is not worth it Fuck, already forgot the name of it. It's a blue band. Fuck, which one is it?
Yeah, how's your cigar treating you? Good.
You know, the dominant taste that I'm getting right now is the light woods.
Yep. And I would think since based on the blend, is that the sweetness goes really it really kind of merges with that wood.
Yeah.
1502. The 1502 Blue Sapphire is just straight fucking earth.
If you
Don't
like
recommend
earth, if you like earth.
I don't recommend that one. And it's super spicy too.
Have y'all heard about the Raw Rainer cigar? RR cigars?
No,
No.
no.
You
The only
talking about
arsenal
you
I
talking
know-
about the actor Rob Reiner?
Raul Reiner.
Oh, Raul. Raul.
Raul Reiner.
Nope. Never
It's
heard.
not that cigar with the band that has. No, that's I think that's a different cigar. With the opposite R and the correct R next to each other. It's not that one, right?
No. That
I'm
that
looking at
that
it right now.
that R is the Ron Real.
I've never smoked that brand.
Yeah, I don't think I smoked that brand. It is.
I'm looking at it right now.
If it's that opposite R and the correct R one, I smoked that one a long time ago.
Yes, it's an R backwards and an R forward. They make a lot of cigars. I'm looking at their line. Wow. Broadleaf, Habano, Mexican San Andreas, Connecticut, Habano Claro,
What's
another
what's the name of that brand?
RR cigars.
R and R. R and R. They're all small batch. That's the first thing that popped up.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
no,
that
you-
I
wait.
smoked, but I don't recognize the band. I remember the logo RR. I don't recognize
Yeah, the
that
logo.
band. Did it get rebanded or something like that?
Let me tell you, the only small batches I deal with is bourbons and whiskeys. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I smoked that before. I just don't remember it clearly. Because that's a while ago.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember the logo, but I don't remember the cigars.
But that's the thing, right? This cigar, I don't know. Like, I recognize that logo. It could be a different cigar. I'm not too sure. I definitely recognize that logo. I definitely smoke a one with that. But it's new, so I'm not sure.
Well, it's this new lineup.
So they had old ones before. So they got rebanded, re-thing. Because I remember that guy, the Soldier King look guy.
Okay.
They might have got rebanded. I don't know. I don't have a lot of recognition of that cigar, so I can't speak for it. I can't speak for it. I don't have
Okay.
a lot of information on that one.
Have you guys decided on a new size of the second edition IPS?
You know, Eric and we spoke about that. It's usually more likely it's gotta be a Toro or a Torpedo, right?
Yeah,
If I remember
yes,
correctly,
torpedo. I think a torpedo would be a good size,
that's what we talked about, right, Eric?
and I think
Yeah.
they can enhance the flavor sometimes.
Sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. Like I think less than
Right.
20% of the time.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Luis might know a little more about the sizing, and can maybe make some
Because
recommendations.
ultimately, again, you're just shrinking the cap to a smaller cap.
Yeah, it's
The
not
front
like
is the same.
there's not
Right.
much unless you nub the hell out of it all the way to like nothing. But You're only changing the cap size, not the cigars.
I think the only way that's gonna change it much if you smoke a pyramid.
Yeah,
Pyramid will change.
but I think if you, so let me ask you this: are you guys looking to have the smoker have the same intention or same? What am I trying to say?
Think about it.
Are you looking for them to have the same experience every time as if they were, it doesn't matter like who the smoker is? Because if you have a torpedo, you cut it the wrong way and then you might have a different smoking experience.
Yeah, you might get unraveled. What do you mean cut it the wrong way?
Torpedo, you can cut a torpedo straight, you can cut a torpedo at an angle, you can cut a torpedo V-cut.
I don't
And
think
you'll
that's gonna
have-
change all that much.
You didn't. No.
You don't think so?
The way you cut it.
You're talking about like less than 1 or 2% changes. Is what it is really depends on tobacco. If the tobacco's arranged a certain way, it might. But if your tobacco is bunched, it might not. So it really depends on how it's rolled. Hey guys, what's the best way to organize a cigar herf? I want to try and have one, but I'm not sure where to go to get the word out. I'm just outside of Boston.
Yeah. So I would start with Facebook groups. Let people know you're in the area and then contact your local cigar shops, see if they can hold at least 10 people for you in like a group. That'd be a nice herf. Figure out if they can accommodate anything special for having a larger group there.
Quincy, which bar in Quincy? I'm in the Boston area, Richard. I'm in Framingham, so it's about 45 minutes for me to get to Quincy. If you have a cigar herf, I might be able to attend.
There you go.
So basically, you want to get when you do a cigar herf, you're not doing a cigar herf with people that you don't know. You do a cigar herf with people that you know. So you get the words out to people that you know and say, hey, let's gather up and go to a cigar place to smoke. And when you doing like a Quincy or whatever place that you want to smoke at, you gotta make sure that place allows smoking.
You might want to do a recon of the place too.
So if the bar allows you to smoke, then that's a good choice, and you can do that. If the bar doesn't allow you to smoke, then you'll be a little bit tough.
What if it's like a BYOB kind of thing?
Yeah, but like Massachusetts has a weird ass smoking law where you can smoke when you cannot smoke.
Okay, gotcha.
And Quincy is it's a weird area. Yeah. If I don't know the Quincy's local main day on whether or not you can smoke outside. If you can smoke outside, then yeah, sure, hang out there. It wouldn't be too bad. But the owner had to be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And talk to the owner. It will be bring your own cigar since it's a bar. Bring your own cigar and then just hang out with your friends. So usually you will be going to a cigar group that you belong to and ask if there's anybody from Boston want to hang out and see if everybody's okay with that, and then tell them where to. Because, I mean, in terms of Quincy, parking is annoying. Parking in Quincy sucks, man. Should I provide food? No. When you do a herf, everything is okay. There's a difference between a herf and an event. The event you had to organize it, but herf just everybody goes there and then they deal with their food, they deal with their drinks.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to worry about it. Everybody goes there. If they want food, they go grab a food. If they don't want food, they grab a drink from the bar.
Yeah, like even when we did our meetup in Phoenix, everybody just went and grabbed food for everybody and just ate it there.
Yeah. A herf is just hang out.
Yeah. Don't overthink it. Just worry about getting people there to smoke together.
Yeah.
And
It's a hang.
Conversations. Yeah.
So, Richard, you can just, cigar group, tell everybody, and post them on Instagram, whatever, and then let everybody deal with that because everybody knows to bring their own cigar. You just say BYOB, bring your own food if you want food. Bring your own cigar if you want just to hang out. Tell them that I don't think there's a cigar shop in Quincy. I don't think there is. So yeah, when you decide if it's on the weekend, let me know. Sunny day, I'll probably drive down. It's fine.
And look at, if I attend, you got to BMAG.
What's that?
You got to bring me a girl.
You don't have to bring a girl. There's plenty of Asian girls there. It's Quincy. Just go on the street. There's plenty.
Just teasing. Or am I?
Yeah. If you do organize one, send me an invite or message, however you want to send it to me, like Instagram or whatever. If I got time, I'll go. Well, that sounds kind of bad. As long as I don't have anything booked for that day, I'll go.
Mm-hmm. And I would, of course, think about the timing, like maybe 2 months ahead of time. That way, it gives enough people to kind of plan for it.
Yeah. Well, 2 months is a long time for local. 2 months is a long time. Okay. Yeah. Couple weeks. There's a huge population in Quincy. I mean, most working class live in Quincy. So a lot of like Asians, once they come to the US, they either live in Cambridge or Quincy. Quincy's cheaper. But yeah, I mean, if you do have one, let me know ahead of time. I'll see if I can grab one of the other local Legion member to go hang out too. But yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Everybody pays for their own drinks. Everybody pay for their own cigar. Bring their own cigars. Just let people know that there's no cigar shop. You gotta bring your own cigars at Herf. And if they're hungry, it's Quincy. You can literally just walk down the street and there's like 15 restaurants, all Chinese, to eat. Yeah, when we have a Herf, we never talk about food. We never talk about, thing, unless the place is like a lounge, and then we would tell people whether or not it's BYOB. But if you got to drive, you wouldn't bring that. It depends on where you are. Quincy is quite a bit of a drive. I do go to Quincy every so often because they have market there, they have hot pot there, they have Chinese food there, and they don't break the bank. But then Quincy really needs an overhaul, to be honest. Richard, what is the name of the bar? What is the name of the bar? Let me look it up where it is. Quincy Center that has a yard. The saloon? Malanki Saloon? Yes, okay. That one is ad. Oh, right after 93. No? No, it's not. It's not that one. Okay. The whole back area is open. They have set up outside bars. Yeah, because what happened is if they allow you to smoke outside, basically anybody who's drinking outside who doesn't like smoke is gonna have issues. So you definitely had to ask whether or not they're okay with it. Off School Street. Ooh. That's gonna be rough because it's off. Right across from the Red Line T stop. Eric hasn't said shit. What happened to the days where he's always talking shit? Come on, man.
I just literally woke up from a nap, man.
So Eric, let's talk about your nap. How's the nap?
Fuck sucked.
What's a nap? I fucking woke up and had to go take a shit right away.
Oh man. Yeah, I took a nap too. I woke up at 9-ish, right before y'all hopped on too.
Let me look at that bar. I'm not familiar with that bar. I know it's there, but I'm not familiar with that.
Oh man.
Oh, in Granite Street. Granite Street. Granite Street off. It's in the corner. Quincy Center, Water Street. The parking is weird on this thing. You sure the back is empty? The back is like a hall. It's like an alley. The back is off President Street, and that place is an alley, man. You sure?
Tony, I think you need to go survey that area.
Quincy is not an area that I usually go to for no reason. I go there to eat and I leave.
Hey, well, you know, step out of the box, man. Step out of the boundaries. Be adventurous. Try something different.
Quincy is not a place that you want to be adventurous to.
Is it a rough area?
It's a low income area.
Well, don't carry no money on. You fit right in.
Oh, you better carry money if you gotta spend money there. Alley is a perfect. All right, the alley is basically for the people that work in the restaurant to go smoke cigarette in the back. The alley is not what you think. That alley looks tiny. I don't know. I am not seeing a back place for that, so I'm not too sure. They might have an issue because it's within certain distance to a school.
All right.
So they have to check their local whether or not you can smoke there. Yeah, I'm looking at the location. Based on pictures, I'm not seeing any backspace. I see that inside is very dark. And yeah, I don't see any backyard space. So yeah, that must be new.
I think you want to do something like that if you want to find a bar that have like a sitting outside that's big enough for y'all to sit.
Yeah, that he's saying that the back has area, but I'm not seeing there's any area in the back. What I'm looking at is just an alley. I mean, you can always organize. Okay, here's the thing. If you go to a cigar lounge, you can organize a herf to go to any cigar lounge you want. You don't have to tell them ahead of time because it's not an event. You just go there and hang out, right? But if you got to do it in bar, there's a lot of things that you got to look at. You know, whether or not you can smoke there, whether or not the local allows you to smoke there, and whether or not the owner is okay with it. That's what you got to look for.
Where they have a patio?
I'm not seeing the patio. That's the thing.
Usually a bar usually let you smoke outside.
Yeah, but they gotta bring. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, usually a bar always let, if they have a sitting outside, they usually let you smoke.
Yeah, but I'm guessing in the bars, you probably have people that are smoking more cigarettes than they are cigars.
True.
And they probably don't have ashtrays out there.
Yeah, that's another problem. Why don't they have ashtray? Because you can't just dust it everywhere. Why is his comment not showing? Let me see.
So I think if you want to do a herf, you're gonna have to look at the area, look at what cigar lounges, okay, and probably go take a visit and check them out, and then talk to them, and then you can plan it. Like Eric said, if you go to a bar, they probably won't mind you smoking outside, but do they have the sitting capacity for you to sit? Do they have tables? Do they have chairs? Do they have ashtrays? Or is it you're in a bar, you have a drink, you step outside, have a smoke, run back inside?
Usually bar don't have a
Yeah,
usually bar don't have an ashtray or anything.
no.
All right.
Unless it's a sports bar,
You have a sport bar, yeah.
you know, but if it's a sports bar, then they probably do have an outside setup. But yeah,
Or you
I
go to
think,
like a literally you go to like a party bar.
man, I got an idea for you. I got an idea for you. Now, what you think about this? Who am I speaking to?
Richard.
Richard?
Richard, this is what you do. You want to do a herf. And I don't know what the the restrictions are where you live there in the Boston area, but think about this. Are you ready for it?
You gotta be quick.
Cigars in the park.
Can't smoke cigar in the park in Massachusetts.
There you go. So much for that idea. Because I tell you what I would do, man. I'd do a little herf, and I got a pop up tent. I got a couple of chairs. I got a portable table. I got resin ashtrays. I got a little sports grill. Who, man? You talk about spending an afternoon. I got a little Bose speaker. Connect
Yeah,
that sucker, man. We'd be smoking. We'd be drinking. We'd be listening to music, eating. Have
if
like
you
a
try to smoking
picnic in the
Boston
park.
Common, within 10 minutes, there will be people say, "There's kids around. Are you crazy?" They will be yelling at you.
Yeah, then you bring those chocolate cigars with you. You bring
no,
those
you
gummy
can't. You can't. They'll call the
gummy
police on you.
cigars.
They'll call the police on you.
They might want to join you.
No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Let me answer Mike's question. Got to the final third. The cigar just wouldn't lit. What caused this? Your cigar's too wet, or the ambience too wet. Okay. So when you're smoking, your cigar's too wet. All the steam kind of collects in the luster. But then luster is like too soft and too wet. It doesn't want to lit. Okay. And Somerville, I lived in Somerville for a whole 2 years. And I can tell you that place is not safe at all. I would never consider that place to be safe. Do not walk around at night. You will get robbed. I got cars stolen there too. So yeah, Somerville is not safe. You gotta live there to know. It's dangerous. Let's see. I did not see the aerial view. It's a street view. I just see a
All right,
alleyway.
so all right. So here's another option. Have something in your backyard.
That would be rough too. you gotta invite a bunch of people that you don't know to your house.
Well, no. If you're having a herf, you're inviting people that you kind of know. All right.
No, a herf could be anybody.
Yeah, you don't think so?
Well, we just said that he can start by going to a group that he's in and invite everybody in the local to go hang out and go meet each other, get to know each other.
Well, then, well, yeah, okay, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I got friends in Quincy and I live in Somerville for 2 years. I know those two places. It's not somewhere that I hang out normally for that reason. Not as bad as Dorchester, but still. At night, that I think twice. My local lounge is Holy Smokes in Village, Florida. They have traditional bar, and then outside there's two rooms. One's humidor, and the other smoking room. They have outside tables. Yeah, but that's Florida. So.
Yeah, Florida's a different animal.
Yeah, Massachusetts is not all that cigar friendly. That's why we only have what, a handful of cigar lounges, probably like 5, if not less. I mean, this one in Watertown. There's multiple of like what's that the Clockwork whatever cigar, and then few smoke shops. That's it. But Massachusetts is not a smoke friendly place.
Hey, what happened to Yazzer? I thought Yazzer was going to be in Phoenix.
I messaged him. He never responded. I asked him what's going on, and I never responded. So,
Wow.
maybe something went up. I don't know. You never know. When you're a consultant, you're busy.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, consultant. Yeah, when you get a call, you go. So yeah, that's the suggestion. And yes, the review from Zio, absolutely awesome. You know, cool guy. Are you going to PCA? We're planning to, but I haven't looked at the expense yet. I mean, people are telling me that the one that in New Orleans is expensive as crazy. So depends on that. We might go, we might not.
So are you going to go as like a brand? Or you're going to just go just to hang out?
We'll go there to hang out.
Then I would say go to the one in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm in Framingham, Colorado.
Yeah, they got a nice smoke out thing out there in Colorado.
The what, PCA?
Not PCA. I look at PCA is like mostly like for the brands and stuff.
Yeah, and we hang out with other brands.
You're
And
talking
YouTubers.
after the show closes, right?
Huh?
You're talking about after the PCA at the end of their day, where they go out and hang out and drink and smoke.
No.
and
We're
talk
gonna
and-
be there. We walk around and look at other cigars too. It's just because you had a cigar brand doesn't mean you don't study other cigars or you don't try other cigars.
No, I'm not saying that, but I am thinking that PCA is where you're doing business.
Yes, that's 90% of the reason why you'll go. Yeah.
And yes,
Okay.
no. if you yes, you thinking yes.
Thinking what we're thinking. What are you talking about?
99% it is business, and yes.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. I go to the PCA. I want to go after the event at the end of the day when these guys are going out and smoking cigars, playing music, dancing, talking, drinking, eating. Okay.
okay.
I want to be there like from 6 p.m. to 1 or 2 a.m.
Val, let me tell you this, okay? The whole thing about us go to PCA, number one, I have 2 vendors I need to talk to. I know the people, the China vendor there. I gotta go talk to them too. All right. And number 2, I want to use this opportunity for those people who's in the Legion have never been to PCA to opportunity for them to go to PCA using the Shadowsmoke Legion's name. And number 3, Eric can go to his business.
Like this.
Yes. So Eric can go do his business. I do other stuff, and the other people can do other stuff. And then I'll hang out at the end. I think the Watertown one's called a cigar and lounge or something like that. So
All right. Look, I think you're exactly right, Tony. It's an expense there, buddy. It's an expense.
yeah, but it's a hangout. It's a place to like as people draw off their bucket list. I've been to PCA. Boom, done. Right. So yeah, we already have our application done. We're ready to go. So that's good. We're ready to go for that. Okay. And yes, I live in Framingham. Framingham does have 2 sides. One side of the Framingham is near the Framingham College. That place is a dump. And the other side is actually closer to the Wayland and Sudbury. It's actually a nicer place to live.
How far is it?
How far is it? What do you mean, how far is it?
Yeah, distance from where he's at to where you're recommending or suggesting.
Oh, I'm not recommending him to go anywhere. He asked me if I live in Framingham. He heard the place is sketchy. I'm telling him, yeah, Framingham is huge. And it's got 2 sides divided by Route 9. And if you go one side of Route 9, it's college area, it's students, it's party town. And on the other side is secure. It's like the town hall and all that stuff. It's better. It's a place to live.
Hey, town hall herf. There it is.
You definitely cannot smoke in that area either.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's divided by Route 9. If you look at the map, Route 9 cuts Framingham in half. One side, the Framingham University side, is a mess. The other side is normal. Have you gone to the Big Smoke in Vegas? I have not. I don't usually go to events because I don't like to wait in line. I don't like to place that's crowded. The only reason I'm going to PCA, number one is the two vendors. Number two, Eric is forcing me to go. Hey, Sosa. So yeah, that's the reason. Like I personally don't like to go to that kind of places. I like to go to places where I already know everybody. I don't want to go to a place everybody go like, did you see that? Is that Tony? That asshole that I heard about? It's right there. Let's go pick on him. Let's go say something that's gonna make him tick off and see what happens. And at that time, I'll be like, Martin, hold my arm. I'm gonna go over there.
Oh, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
If you're not there, I'm in trouble. I'll be like, Eric, hold my arm. Eric's like, no, I'm not gonna hold.
Yeah.
Eric, you're on your own. Go.
You're on your own. Yep.
Eric's like, I'll hold your phone, so I can call.
Nobody got
an ambulance for you.
Nobody got in trouble in Phoenix. We're good.
So that's okay. Nobody got in trouble in Phoenix because Val was too busy talking to people instead of picking on issues.
True.
If Val wanna go fuck around with some people on the street, then that would be have issue. But then there's enough pretty ladies to keep him occupied.
Mm-hmm.
but like cigars, there's never enough.
Yes, he was attracted to the woman there.
Yeah.
At, Fine Ash.
And there was no way to hold him back. There's no holding his arm. He goes. Like, when Val sees a pretty lady, he doesn't even need a cane.
Nope.
He walked faster than you.
I can walk. It's a miracle.
Yeah, he walked faster than me. I was like, where's Val? Oh, he's already over there. Holy shit, when did he got there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Val is you can't hold him. He just like freaking teleports over there. Before you know it, he's talking to another cigar guy. Before you know it, he's on the bar talking to the bartender. You look around, he's talking to the owner. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Val was busy. That's why. All right. So I'm done with the cigar. This one is definitely better. This one is definitely better. It's crazy. He can walk and see at the same time. I'm telling you, when there's a female that he has locked on, there's no 11 o'clock at that's only I can see or 9 o'clock is only anything. He's like 180 fucking sauna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, he's on. I'm not 180, 360 degrees, no dead zone sauna.
Yep.
You don't have like Eric's like yo, Val, 9 o'clock. Val's like what 9 o'clock? What 9 o'clock? That's actually 9:30. I know exactly where it is behind my head. I can tell.
No, I was right on that one. Don't play me.
No, yeah, he was right. He was his clock works. Okay, he was correcting me. Yeah, he was then. Eric was looking out for him. He was my wingman that night.
Before you know it, Val was already there. I was like, the drink is not even here. Val is gone. But yeah, Val has this whole sauna thing going on. Beep, beep. Just a dot showing out his sauna.
Yeah.
And he's there before you know it.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we tried 2 cigars. Ooh, this thing has like this black pepper taste. Like cracked black pepper taste. Freshly grind out.
Freshly ground.
Yeah. Black pepper. That tastes pretty good just now. I don't know where that came from. Anyways, so yeah, we started 2 cigars today. Pretty good. Thanks for everybody's comment. Again, next week, Wednesday, I'll choose another 2 cigar and we smoke through them and see what happens. Saturday is the smoke together. Bring your ITS. And if you haven't get your ITS, get it now so that you can smoke together. And if you got your ITS first thing, leave it out. Put your dry box, dry it out, because I did notice that people who receive it, it's kind of wet. Let it out. It's okay if it's dry. It tastes better. Trust me on that one. All right. So just leave your thing to dry. Leave your cigar to dry so that we can smoke together, have a good experience. Don't smoke that cigar wet. We tried it when we were blending it. It's not that good of experience. You get the flavor, but it's not gonna burn right. So make sure the cigar is dry. Make sure the cigar is ready. Let it out. It's okay. Let it sit for a week in the box, outside, somewhere. Let it dry, and then we'll have a good time on Saturday.
Literally leave out of your table. Leave on your table.
Yeah, leave it on the table. Leave it on the table. Take a couple sticks. Leave it on the table. And just let it
live
dry.
in Florida.
Well, unless your ambient like humidity is 80, leave it in the dry box.
Yeah.
Right. But leave it out. Let it dry. We're gonna have a good time on Saturday. Make sure you enjoy on that one. Smoke your ITS. I don't know if there's any review coming in between, but I would love to hear you guys' opinions. Bring a pairing. I want to hear what pairing you have and what your experience is with the pairing. Try to drink something that you don't usually drink. For example, Val, don't bring an old fashioned. Bring something else. All right. And Martin, don't bring bourbon. Bring something else. Don't do orange juice.
No issues.
Okay.
Never.
And Eric, I don't know what you drink, so I can't tell.
Drink
Water. No, don't do water. Do something else. Diet drink. You don't drink diet drink. Drink diet drink.
I hate diet. I'm not doing it.
Guys. I'll be in Indianapolis in the August. They have a Rocky Patel Burn Lounge. It'll be large.
Nice.
Okay. Eric, bring lemonade. Chocolate milk. Hey, chocolate milk might be a good pairing. Who knows? Chocolate milk might be a good pairing.
No, probably not.
You never know. Maybe I'll look for chocolate milk. That might be a cool one.
I haven't
Alright,
drank milk in I don't know how long.
Yoo-hoo, I don't know. Yoo-hoo is too liquidy for that one. I don't know. Yoo-hoo.
I think the chocolate milk would make you sick.
I don't know. I paired it with the chocolate cream cold brew. It tastes fine. Tastes good. So
Okay. What about a coffee?
you can bring coffee. Bring a dark coffee. Bring a fresh, hot, dark coffee. Black coffee. All right. So that will be it for tonight. I will see you guys next week. Have a good night, guys.
Good night,
Peace.
everybody.
It's out.